And we're going to be starting with a roll down series. So separate your feet slightly. Make sure that your big toes are in line with each other. Just let the arms relax. And then take a moment, as we always do, to close eyes or to soften your gaze. And just let yourself arrive on your mat this morning. Giving yourself a moment just to tune into yourself, to feel what's happening with your physical body. Feel what's happening with your energy today. And just allow your breathing to slow down and allow the conversation, the chatter that often takes over with our thoughts and our mind, allow that to just slow down and find some quiet space. Feeling each inhale and each exhale as you stand here. And in your own time, starting to open your eyes, blink gently, just bring yourself back into your space. And we're going to inhale, find a little bit of height through your spine, expand. And on your exhale, look down towards your feet and just start peeling forward through your spine. Just find the weight of your hands, find the weight of your head. Soften your knee joints and just let yourself relax all the way over. Stay here for a moment. Notice where you're feeling it today. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, up you come. Feel the abdominals connect. Feel how your heels of your feet root to the ground. And then you can restack and find the back line of your body. Take a moment to roll the shoulders back and around a few times. And then letting your arms settle. Place your shoulders, turn your head to the left, tilt your chin down, and just play with the position of your head until you find a gentle stretch along the right side of your neck. And then stay there and breathe. And if you would like to intensify it, why don't you take your right hand and reach your fingertips towards the ground? So you'll notice that it starts to add a little bit of an extra stretch. Upper trapezius muscles, levator scapular muscles. And then place your fingertips back to your shoulder. Bring your head back up slowly and bring your eye line to the front. And now turn your head towards the right. Tilt your chin down, and once again, just play with the position until you find the spot that works for you. Stay there, and then if you want to increase it, you can take your left hand down now. Finding that little stretch along the left side of the neck. Keep breathing, and just observe, is your head in the same position or this side? My head on this side is in quite a different position to find my stretch. Put your fingertips back to your shoulder. Lift your head up. Bring your head back to the front. Inhale and reach all the way up. And exhale, open your arms, and then just allow your arms to relax down beside you. Once again, roll the shoulders back and around, opening up the chest and letting your arms settle. Take a breath in, expand, create space, and look down. Can you feel the articulation of each section of your spine as you roll forward? Come as low down as your flexibility allows. Stay here for a moment and then put your fingertips to the ground, or if you're at the point where you can put your hands flat, you can put hands flat. Start to bend the knees sitting in a chair. And then start to straighten the legs and feel the release along the back of the legs. And again, bending the knees. And stretch. And let's do 3 more. Bend. And stretch. Keep moving with your breath. Make sure that your hands stay on the ground. Don't let them lift up. Last one. And then soften your knees. Start rolling yourself back up. Remember the abs at the front. Remember rooting into the heels, engaging into the back line of your body, and coming all the way up and tall. Place your hands onto the shelf of your hips, and then bending the knees, stay here for a moment. You're going to tuck your pelvis underneath you and then draw a circle out to the side. It doesn't matter which direction you go. Stick your bottom out the back and then circle around to the other side. So you are doing one of those hula hoop actions with your pelvis. And see if you can keep your body relatively stable here as you circle. And we're just going to do one more time so that you're going to stop with your pelvis tucked forward and then change direction and go the other way. And you can allow your knees and your feet to shift a little bit just to accommodate this movement of the pelvis. And obviously you're going to feel some movement through the lumbar spine because the pelvis is going to have that connection towards the lumbar spine. We're just trying to keep the shoulders and the head stable. And then stop at the front with your pelvis tucked forward. Bring your pelvis underneath you, sit up nice and straight, and let the arms relax. Last roll down. Take a breath in. Exhale, nod your chin. And we roll forward. And this should feel quite easy now. We've released the neck and shoulders, released the lumbar spine, and we've released the hamstrings. And then start to walk down onto all fours. Bring yourself into a place where your wrists are comfortable, your knees are comfortable. So if you need padding, put padding underneath your knees. And then find that Nathan spine position. So from here, I want you to stretch the right leg back and keeping the toes on the ground. Stay here for a moment. Level the shoulder, level the pelvis. And on your breath, pick up your leg without dropping in the lumbar spine. And lower the leg down. And we do that again. Exhale, lift up the leg. And release down. Let's do 3 more. Now it's important here to keep the knees straight so that the hamstrings don't take over. You want the workload to come to the gluteus maximus. That is your big bum muscle. So make sure your lower abs and your bum are working together. And then bring the foot down and bring that knee all the way in underneath you. Settle yourself. Now, left leg. Take a moment to find balance. And then pick up the leg. And releasing it down. Keep squeezing the quadriceps so that your knees stay straight. And taking the workload into the bum cheek. Gluteus maximus. Now the reason I'm emphasizing this is that the gluteus maximus is one of the muscles involved in our sling patterns, our cross patterns. So we want to wake it up. Last one. And release. And bringing that knee all the way in. Now stay here for a moment. I want you to close your eyes and start to push your right hand down into the floor. And as you do that, knee, left shin, left foot onto the floor as well. And then switch. So now you're going to push your left hand into the floor and your right knee, your right shin, and your right top of your foot pressed down. Keep your eyes closed and continuously switch from one side to the other. So we are mimicking a crawling pattern, but we're not actually moving. You're simply weight bearing down into the ground. And this is the start of our cross patterning. This is finding a connection through the obliques muscles. Can you feel how those abdominals are engaging? And we've got the opposite upper body connecting to the opposite lower body. 2 more. 1 more. Come back to center and hold it here. So hopefully your wrists are okay. Adjust them if you need to. Slide the right leg back. Now this time, keep your tippy toe there. Walk your left fingertips forward. Stay there. And now, pick up the arm and the leg. And bring it down. And again. And bring it down. We're going to do 3 more. You are coordinating opposite upper body with opposite lower body. But are you aware of what's happening with the right hand and the left shin on the floor? Pick up the leg and hold it there. Now, if you can, close your eyes and feel now the right hand and the left leg on the floor. And now feel your left hand and your right foot in the air. Open your eyes, take a breath, and bringing the arm and the leg back in. We're going to do 1 more side and then take a break for the upper body. Stretch your left leg back, keep your toes on the floor. Walk the right fingertips forward and then just pause for a moment. On your breath, pick up the arm and the leg and take it down. Keep it going. You are maintaining the alignment of your shoulders and your pelvis. So you are just moving from the shoulder joints and the hip joints. Lower abs are connected, and you are finding the cross pattern, the coordination between the right and left sides. Now pick up the arm and the leg and stay. And again, if you can close your eyes, and bring your awareness to the left hand and the right shin that are on the floor. Connect them downwards. And then bring your awareness to the right hand and the left leg that are lifted in the air and find that cross pattern connection. Open your eyes. Bring the arm and the knee all the way back in. And let's come in to thread the needle with the left hand coming all the way through. Give yourself any props and connections that you need. And then just wiggle out your left hand and your left wrist for a second. And then slide the right hand forward so you can start to get a stretch into the lat muscles on that right side. And now again, just going to stay here and breathe. And I've got a little emphasis on the lats because they are also quite an integral part of our cross patterns. So the opposite lat, this big back muscle, connects to the opposite gluteals in one of our slings. Keep breathing. And now slide the right hand back in. Up you come and simply place the left hand down. And now thread the needle, right hand comes through. And just settle there for a moment. Wiggle out your right fingers and your right wrists. And then slide the left hand forward. So now you can find a little bit of a release into the latissimus dorsi. And latissimus dorsi in Latin, by the way, literally translates to the widest back muscle. So it's a huge muscle that has this tiny point of connection onto the arm. Keep breathing. And then bring your left hand back in, and you're going to come all the way up and onto all fours. Now stay here for a moment. I want you to slide the right leg back, stay here, balance on the right hand, but now take the left arm next to your body, next to your pelvis. So it's not out in front. It's going to go backwards, and I want the palm of the hand facing upwards. Now, can you feel the left lats connecting? Bend your left elbows so that the fingertips are pointing to the floor and you might feel the lats a little bit more. And now, pick up the right leg and then let's intensify that gluteal connection by flexing the right ankle and foot. So can you feel a connection between the right gluteus maximus and left latissimus dorsi? And now, how about we straighten the left elbow and bend the left elbow? It's almost like you're doing little tricep kickbacks. So that as we release the triceps, our brain has an opportunity to connect into the latissimus dorsi a little bit more, that back muscle. One more. And release, point the back toes, and place the hand and the knee down. Keep your balance. Stretch the left leg back. I know it's a lot of work on the upper body today. You're going to bring the right hand beside your body with the palm facing upwards. So the reason we want internal rotation is to get the latissimus dorsi connected because it is an internal rotator of the shoulder. And then bend that right elbow. That's gonna switch off the tricep, and now hopefully you can really feel a lovely squeeze into the lats, especially if you keep that arm tight. And now pick up the back leg, balance, and then flex the back foot. And let's see if we can switch on gluteus maximus just a little bit more. So now left gluteus maximus and right latissimus dorsi are going to be connecting. I sincerely hope you're breathing, by the way. And now let's stretch that arm and bend the right elbow again. Stretch the arm, your tricep works. And as you bend the elbow, your tricep releases. So as you stretch it back, you might feel less connection to lats. As you bend the elbow, you might feel more connection to lats. Two more. Reach through your crown, push back through your heel. One more. Bend the elbow, point the back foot, placing the hand and the knee down. Take the knees nice and wide. Let's sit back for a moment. Give yourself the padding that you need. Bring your head down. Bringing the palms of the hands together to touch. And then bend your elbows and your hands go behind your head. So you're having an opportunity here just to stretch lats and triceps that have just been working, and to also soften and release through the pelvis. Taking a moment to breathe here. And one more time, nice deep breath in and out. And stretching your arms all the way out. Start to walk your hands forward, bringing yourself up once again onto all fours. And we're going to go into a cat stretch. Start rounding your spine. Stay here for a moment. Move your hips back. Give a little extra stretch. Move your hips and shoulders forward. Lengthen your spine and extend and arch. And again, round your spine. Lift the belly. Sit your hips back. Bring yourself forward. Lengthen the spine, lift tail, lift heart, lift eye line. 2 more rounds using your breath. Pressing back. Coming forward. And lengthen, extend. Just one more time, rounding. Sitting back. Coming forward, lengthen, arch, and come back to the center. Now, step your hands wide apart. So they're actually wider than your own shoulders. Step your knees wider apart, and you hold it here. Close your eyes and start pushing your right hand down to the floor at the same time you push your left knee, left shin, and left foot. And now switch. Push your left hand down, right knee, right shin, right foot. And now keep alternating. Once again, it is as if you are walking on the spot or you are crawling. You are finding the connections between opposite upper body and opposite lower body. And with your arms and knees wide apart, can you feel how much more connection there is to the obliques muscles? So you have moved your limbs laterally, which is going to load those side muscles more. Last one. Come back to the center. Now, balance on your left hand and bring the right arm to the side. Can you feel the loading on the obliques? Balance on your right leg and see if you can pick up the left knee just a little bit to the side. And we stay here and we breathe. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand and the knee in, but they are still wide apart. Now, reach the left arm out to the side, pause. Notice the obliques muscles connection. And then pick up the right knee just a little bit. It's not a huge lift because we don't want to shift the pelvis. We want to load the obliques. Find that cross patterning, bringing it in, stay wide. Let's repeat our cat stretch from here. Start rounding your spine. And then move your hips back. Come forward. Lengthen your spine, lifting tail, lifting heart, lifting eye line. And again, rounding the spine. Sit back. Observe how this feels different from when we have our knees and our hands underneath our shoulders and our hips. Keep moving with your breath. Let's do 2 more rounds. Last one. Round your spine. Sit back and stay here. Push up onto the tips of the fingers. Scoop the abdominals even more. Slide your fingers towards your knees, rolling all the way upright. And let's just do a little bit of backstroke here. Right arm and left arm. Letting your shoulders pivot with you. And as you move your arm back and around, can you become aware of those lat muscles again, latissimus dorsi? And with your knees wide apart, can you feel the connection into the gluteals? So any of you that are swimmers, all of these cross patterns are really important as well. All the connections through the center of your body that coordinate the upper body with the lower body. Bringing both arms all the way down. And you're just going to move your knees over to the right side of your mat. Sit on your left hip, holding onto your right ankle with your right hand. And let's do our little reach up and over that you guys know I love to do. Come all the way back up. Now put your left hand on the floor behind you. Put your right hand on your left knee. Sit up straight and move into an open twist. Release yourself back to the center, and then swing your feet up and around, over to the other side, holding onto your left ankle, right hand comes up and over, finding that wonderful stretch, and depending on where you're tight, I mean, I feel it right down to my pelvis here, all that fascia that connects to the pelvis, I can feel it. And release, placing your right hand down, left hand to the knee, sit up, and into an open twist. Come back to the center, and then bring your feet all the way around. So come a little bit closer towards the front of your mat, and take the prop. So I'm going to use a pillow today. If you've got a ball or a towel or a foam yoga block, you can use that as well. Put it between your knees. Make sure that you can hold onto it securely. You still have your knees and feet slightly separated. Arms are going to be out in front of you. Take a breath in. Exhale, half roll back. Feel the connection into those abdominals. Take a little breath in. And then exhale forward and lift up tall. And again, exhale, half roll back. Now I want you to consciously squeeze that prop, just about 10% effort. Take a breath in. And exhale forward and lift up tall. Now, as you do this half roll back, we've always spoken about the abdominals. You guys know that. Now focus inner thighs. And exhale forward and lift up. We're going to do 2 more. Can you feel how much more you're connecting your abdominals right now? Take a breath in. And exhale. And guys, it's because we're engaging the sling pattern. Exhale. Your inner thighs have a sling pattern connection to the obliques. That's why you're feeling it more. And exhale. Roll all the way up. Stay here for a moment. Take your prop out. Put it down beside you. And now I want mental connection to those muscles. Take a breath in. Exhale, half roll back. Can you still mentally connect inner thighs to obliques? And forward, lift up. Exhale, mental connection. Guys, make sure that you're not going back so far that your lower back is sore. Feel where you can go. And roll forward. One more time. Exhale. All the way down you go. All the way down you go. All the way down you go. And relax the arms down. Great. Now, walk your feet a little bit closer in towards your bum. You're going to have your hands down. So for today, guys, I want the palms down. No cushion under the head right now. We're going to go up into our pelvic curl. On your breath, tilt your hips and rolling up into a bridge position. So guys, emphasis, gluteus maximus, and the back of the thigh up at the top. See if you can find it. Take a little breath. And then exhale, ripple down through the spine, imprint, and release. We're going to do 2 more like this. Exhale, tilt. Roll up. It's a lovely squeeze into the bum. Just take a little breath in. And exhale. Work your way down through the spine. And one more time. Tilting hips. Mental focus on gluteus maximus connecting. Take a little breath in. And then we get to ripple down through the spine, imprint, and release. Now, stay here. Bend your elbows and point your fingers up. Remember we did this in 4-point kneeling? So what we're doing is switching off the triceps muscles, which is giving our brain a chance to connect to latissimus dorsi yet again. Okay, so keep your hands like this. Pelvic curl. Exhale, tilting hips. As your pelvis comes up, consciously push the arms to the floor to switch on latissimus dorsi, your lats. Take a breath in at the top, and then ripple down through the spine, and release at the bottom. Could you guys feel how much more your bum cheeks work? Here we go again. Take a breath in. Exhale, rolling up. Feel your upper body working. There is a sling pattern from the lats to the gluteals. Can you now feel the bum cheeks working a little bit more? And roll down through the spine. Imprint. And release. One more time. We're going to add on this time. Make sure that your knees are okay. Roll up. If you need to move your foot position to accommodate your knees, then please do so. Now stay here. Push your arms to the floor and start standing a little bit more on your right foot. Can you feel your right bum? Can you feel how much more your left arm has to stabilize? That's your sling pattern. And if you can, pick up that left knee. And we are holding. We are connecting to the back of the body. This is called the posterior sling. Hold it there. Right bum, left lat, and placing the foot back down. Stand evenly. Maybe relax your arms if you need to. And then start standing on the left foot. Can you feel the left gluteal? Do you notice how much more your right arm has to push down? And now, if you can, you pick up that right leg. Can you find your sling from left gluteus maximus to right latissimus dorsi? Keep breathing. Place that right foot down. Stay there. Stretch both arms all the way up. Keep your arms lifted. And you get to ripple down through the spine. Imprint and release. Just start to walk your feet wide on your mat and turn the palms of your hands to face each other. Make any adjustments that you need to your spine and head position. Inhale to open the arms wide. Exhale, lifting the arms up. And again, breathing in. A little bit of a release across the chest. And exhale. Let's take two more. Energy through the fingertips. And lift. And one more time. Breathe in. Stay there. And put your hands on the ground. So I'm going to keep my palms up because it feels like a nice stretch. You can flip them over if you want. Start rolling both your knees to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Just let yourself go into a little bit of a rotation of the spine. Keep rolling from side to side. Just giving yourself an opportunity to loosen up the spine in a rotational movement. We haven't really done any rotation yet today. So as much as possible, you might have noticed when we do a Pilates class that we're trying to work our body in as many different positions as possible. So standing, seated, kneeling, lying on our backs, etc. And then we're trying to work all the joints of our body in the different planes of movement that they can do as well. So that's what makes it functional. And today our emphasis is on the sling patterns. Let's just do two more. And come back. And now I want you to bring your feet back into hip distance apart. Bring your hands up, interlock the fingers, and place your hands underneath your head for support. So elbows are floating. Get your lower back in a happy place and then stabilize your pelvis there. Let's nod with the chin. On your breath out, slide your ribcage forward, looking through the knees, and then inhale and release back. Exhale, curl forward and release back with control. Let's do 2 more. And release. 1 more time, so the upper abdominals are connecting, and now stay here and hold it. Let's do a little rotation to the right. Come back through the center, and a little rotation to the left. Through the center. Little rotation. Center, and let's do 1 more time to each side. And as you rotate, we're working those obliques muscles. 1 more. Come back to the center, don't move. And then lower yourself all the way down. Stay here for a moment. Just hug your right knee to your chest. Hook your hand at the back. Let's take a little bit of a break with the abdominals here and just do a stretch and release of the hamstring. So also, you know that we've been focusing a lot on gluteus maximus today, and pretty much every class I teach, because it's part of those slings. But sometimes if the hamstrings are dominant or tight, it kind of inhibits the gluteals from even working. So doing a hamstring stretch is so valuable as well. And release, and then put your right foot down. Bring your left knee up towards you. Slip your hands to the back of the leg, and then let's just release that left side as well. Keep moving with your breath. And release, and place that foot down. Now remember that little prop that you had? Pick it up again, and pop it in between your knees. So we are switching on the adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles again. Make sure that you've got your feet slightly separated. Get your lower back into a happy place. Interlock the fingers underneath your head, and we are repeating our abdominal work. Now, before we lift up, give me a 10% squeeze on the prop. Can you feel the inner thighs engaging? Nod your chin. Breathe out as you curl forward. Inner thighs working. And inhale, release back. Exhale. Can you feel how much more your abdominals are working now that we have switched on the inner thighs? And it doesn't have to be a crazy squeeze. We're only doing 10% effort, but it's enough of a signal to the brain to start to wake up those connections. Exhale as you curl forward. No pulling on your head. Remind yourself to do that little squeeze with the inner thighs. We're going to take just 1 more time. Stay here. Reach your hands to take the little prop out. Just rest it on your tummy and relax head and shoulders down for a moment. Let your knees open, because if you're not used to working those inner thighs, there's a very good chance that they're starting to quiver and to shake and they're getting a little bit fatigued. So just give them a little bit of a break in that reclined butterfly position. And then we're going to do another set of abdominals. We're going to do obliques now so that you can feel the difference. Bringing the legs up, taking the pillow or your prop, putting it back between the knees, hands behind the head, and then just lower down for a second. Get your lower back in a happy place. 10% squeeze on the prop. Curl head and shoulders forward. Stabilize. And now, little twist to the right. Squeeze the prop. Come back to the center. Twist to the left, squeeze inner thighs. Come back to the center. Keep rotating. Can you feel how much more your obliques muscles are working right now? Can you notice that there's a connection from the opposite inner thigh to the opposite oblique? Sling patterns. This is called your anterior oblique sling. One more. Come back to the center, don't move, and reach forward, take the prop out, and relax all the way down. You can rest the prop on your tummy, and then once again, just allow the knees to open to the side. Maybe you want to do like a little bit of a rock. And then come back to the center and bringing the knees all the way up. You can put the little prop to the side. So we're going to go once again into a pelvic curl. So firmly root into the feet. Start rolling all the way up. And I want you to pause here for a moment. Pick up your right hand just up to the ceiling, just the right hand, and turn the palm so it's facing across. Open your arm to the side, breathing in. And exhale as you lift that arm back up. So start to notice all the different connections here. Can you notice how the gluteals are connecting to the opposite lats? Can you notice how the inner thighs are connecting to the opposite oblique? And those are the sling patterns that are helping you stabilize your body in space as you move a lever in and away from the body. This is the kind of work we need throughout our daily patterns. Hold it, turn the hand and bring the hand down, and then let's try the other side. Bring your left hand up, turn the palm across. Can you immediately notice that there's a switching on of the muscles? Open and lift your arm. And it's quite interesting for me to notice when I move my left arm, I've actually got to focus quite hard. I've got to really use my left bum and my right arm on the floor, much more than my other side. So see if you can notice any differences on your own body between the right and the left. One more time. And hold it, turn the hand, and bringing the hand all the way down. And then you get to ripple down through the spine, imprint, and release. Good. Stretch your legs out. I want you to have your legs slightly separated. You can point or flex the feet. Bring your hands just up to the ceiling above you. And we're going to roll up into sitting. So if you need a support under your lower back or head, please do so. Lift your head and look forward to your feet. And then breathe out as you roll forward. And I don't mind if you go all the way forward if you want to give yourself a little bit of a stretch today. Take a breath in. And then exhale, roll yourself back down. And bringing your hands just up. Let's do that again. Lifting your head. Exhale. Decide how far you want to go today. And roll back down. Hands just up to the sky. Now, try doing that with your legs together. So now you're going to have an inner thigh connection. Let's go from here. Lift your head. Exhale. Now squeeze your inner thighs. Is there a difference for you? There's definitely a difference for me because that inner thigh connection for me gives me a strong sense of connecting into the abdominals. And this is all your sling patterns again. again. One more time. Inhale, lift your head. And exhale. Stretching over. And this time, just roll into an upright seated position and lifting tall. So I'll come a little bit forward on my mat. So I'm going to move back slightly. And now pick up your right foot, cross it over and stand, flex the left foot, and then prop yourself up with your right hand behind you. Left hand reaches, and let's once again come into a twist of the spine. Lumbar rotation, thoracic rotation, and then cervical rotation with your neck twisting so you can look a little over your shoulder. And once again, just focus on your breath. Don't use your arms to force the twist. Use your arms to support and instead allow your breath to take you a little bit deeper. And on your next breath, release. Bring your shoulders back to the front. Now, let your right knee drop out to the side so your ankle is crossed above the knee. Put your hands behind you as if you're sitting on the beach. And then bend that left leg up and sit up nice and tall so that you can start to get a little bit of a stretch into the right gluteal. Keep breathing into it. And if you guys are really flexible, you can bring your hands closer to your hips to sit up straighter. You can bring your left foot closer to your pelvis so that it draws your leg a little tighter to your body. Stay for just a few more seconds. Maybe do a little bit of a rocking if that feels good for you. And release. Stretch that left leg out and over to the other side. And now, pick up that left foot, stand on it, flex the right ankle, left hand behind your back, right hand reaches, and coming into your twist. Feeling each section of your spine coming into its rotation. Use your arms to lift up and lengthen. And then using your breath to just deepen the twist slightly. And on your next breath, release yourself. Bringing your foot just above your knee so you can drop that knee open, lean back, and pull yourself up into your gluteal stretch on the side as well. Taking just a few more seconds. And release, stretching the leg out, uncross, maybe give your knees a little bit of a shake, flip onto your stomachs, and we're just going to do a little bit of a hip flexor and quadricep stretch. So whichever hand and leg you want to do first, reach back, see if you can grab on, otherwise do yourself a little loop around your foot, and then bringing yourself nice and centered with head, shoulders, and pelvis. Do a little bit of a squeeze with the bum cheeks maybe. Make any adjustments to your knee position so that it feels okay on your knees. So stay for just a few more moments to breathe. And release, stretching that leg out. Switch over to the other side. Center, pelvis, shoulders, and head. Little bit of a squeeze with the bum. And then release And stretching it all the way out. Just rock your hips a little bit from side to side. And then I want you to overlap one hand on top of the other and rest your head down. Tuck your toes under. You're still going to keep your thighs resting on the ground for now. And I want you to engage your gluteals and engage your lower abdominals, just about 10% effort, so that you have stability through the pelvis and you can feel that the front of your pelvis is settled to the ground. And then see if you can straighten your knees. So in other words, your thighs lift up off the ground without arching the lumbar spine. So you want to double check lower abs and gluteals and then release the knees back down again. And again, lifting up, pressing out through the heels of the feet. So as your legs extend, there's no arching through the lower back. And release. And let's just do that one more time. So you're testing your mobility through the front of the pelvis here and the stability through the gluteals and through the lumbar spine. And releasing down. Just relax your feet out for a second. Put your hands beside you in the cobra position. Hover the tip of your nose, shoulders down. Once again, tuck your toes under, but keep your thighs resting for now. You're going to inhale to lift up into baby cobra. And then exhale as you release down. Inhale as you lift up. Just enough that you can feel the upper back muscles engaging without hurting the lower back. One more time. Inhale, and now exhale as you stay here and stabilize your pelvis. Now see if you can lift up your knees and thighs, keeping your cobra position. Hold it here, and now see if you can release your feet. So your thighs are lifted, your legs are straight. Now see if you can hover your arms, hold it. Now see if you can reach your arms forward. Maybe take them into a V position, a wide V. Start to lift the right arm and left leg as you lower the left hand and right leg, and then switch. This is a classic cross pattern. This is our swimming exercise. If your lower back is hurting, then why don't you bring your chest down a little bit and make the movement smaller? You have to keep the legs straight. Do not let the hamstrings take over. Use your bum. And then maybe you can start to pick up the pace. Two more. One more. And stop. And bringing everything down. Press yourself back into a resting position. Taking a well-deserved stretch and release for those back muscles. Just let your arms rest however they want. Just a rounded spine position so that you are counterbalanced. You're just doing stuff. And guys, what's so interesting about swimming when you're cross-patterning the arms and legs that is that some people as babies never crawl. Some people just go straight from like a seated position to walking. And that crawling action is so important as part of developing those cross-patterning skills. So if you were one of the babies that never crawled, you might actually find swimming quite challenging because it's asking you for that cross pattern. And take a nice easy breath in. Exhale, pull yourself up. Let's come on to all fours once again. Tuck your toes under. Let's transition to a downward facing dog. Let's do a little bit of a pedal of the heel so we get that little release into the Achilles and the calves. Push both heels down. And then soften your knees, walk your feet a little bit forward, walking your hands back, and then just dangle there. Hang like a rag doll for a moment. And just shake your head no, nod your head yes. Take a breath in, and exhale, roll back up. Use abdominals, connecting into the heels of the feet. Lifting yourself all the way up tall. Roll the shoulders back and around for a moment. And then you can stay as you are. I'm just going to turn to face towards you. If you stand here for a moment and close your eyes, can you just bring a conscious connection and awareness to your different slings? Can you feel a connection from your back muscles, the lats, crossing over like the letter X, over the back of your body to the opposite bum cheek, the opposite gluteus maximus? Feel that connection. And then bring your awareness to the front of your body and feeling the sling pattern now from the opposite inner thigh, the adductor muscles of the hip, across like the letter X to the opposite abdominals, the opposite obliques. And then allow your eyes to open, blink gently. Let's finish with one roll down. Take a breath in. Exhale, nod your chin, and we start to roll through the spine. Finding that gentle release through each section. Relaxing all the way over. Just enjoy the stretch for a moment. And then as you roll back up, feeling those sling patterns, those cross patterns as you come all the way up. Shoulders relaxed. And once again, roll the shoulders back and around. Nicely done, you guys. Thank you. Let me just see if anybody